Oh, good. She's at it again. You ever notice how every time she says this one's going to be simple, somebody ends up emotionally damaged or mildly on fire? And now we're going camping because apparently therapy isn't too expensive. All right, you want to hear it? Fine. Let me tell you what happened. Pubmarverse, brought to you from Tales from the Web. Hey mate, did I ever tell you about the time I went camping in the Appalachian Mountains? No? Right. So there I am, before kids, before responsibility, before I learned peaceful is a marketing word for you will suffer, before I learned my limits. Peaceful, they said. Scenic, they said. We land, we drive for ages. Roads get thinner, trees get taller, phone signal disappears like it owes someone money. Then the guide goes, and I swear he was enjoying this. Right then, from here we hike. Hike? Mate. Then the climb. Oh, the climb. This wasn't a hike. It was a pray to whatever you believe in kind of climb. This was a vertical argument with gravity. I've got this rucksack cutting into my shoulders, water bottle smacking my hip, boots already plotting revenge on my feet. The ground's mud, rocks, tree roots. Nature basically built an obstacle course and said, good luck, have fun with that. And the guide, floating up the hill like a woodland smug ghost. Not sweating, not breathing heavy, just existing, smugly. And our guide? Oh no, not satisfied with a nice, flat, sensible campsite. No. He goes, we're heading to Devil's Backbone. Meanwhile, I'm behind him wheezing like an accordion that's seen war. At one point, I look down and my shoelace is untied. I think, right, I'll just bend down, nearly roll off the side of the mountain. I'm thinking, this is it. This is how I go. Taken out by a cheerful man with a laminated brochure and suspiciously strong calves. So we climb this medieval-looking nightmare of a hill, mud everywhere, shoes undone, lungs screaming. And when we finally get there, I look around and think, this was not the holiday from the pamphlet. That's when I realise, oh, this is real. This isn't a stroll. This is a climb. And not the cute kind either. Not tiptoe through the tulips. Not the romantic kind either. No scenic wander. No, this is pack your gear, grab a stick, and pray your knees remember their purpose. We stop once, just once, and I think, finally, mercy. Guide says, don't get comfortable. Mate, I was negotiating with my lungs at that point. So we keep climbing, higher, steeper, hotter, mud everywhere, sweat in places I didn't know could sweat. I'm questioning my life choices, my hobbies, my friendships, especially the mate who told me this was relaxing. And then we reach it. Guide spreads his arms like he's presenting a kingdom. Welcome, he says, to Devil's Backbone. And I look around. Devil's Backbone, wind howling, trees creaking, nothing cozy, nothing scenic, just rock, mud, and vibes of ancient regret. And I'm thinking, right, of course, Devil's Backbone, Devil's Kitchen, Devil's Pass. Never once in human history has someone gone, oh, lovely, Devil's Peak, let's relax there. No, that's where people disappear in documentaries. Nothing but miles of forest in every direction. And I'm standing there thinking, brilliant. I've paid money to make a terrible decision in the exact place I'll never be found. Satan's armpit. So there we are, Devil's Backbone, and I realise something important. I don't know a single person here. Not one. Just me. And a group of strangers who all look alarmingly prepared. 2 blokes and a woman are stretching like they're about to deploy. Another guy's quietly checking his like we're preparing for a military operation. No chatter, no whining, no wow, look at the view. Who are these people and why are they all so calm about dying in the woods? Guide claps his hands. Right, let's set up camp. Set up. Camp, mate. I thought set up camp meant unfold chair, open snacks, argue about marshmallows. No, apparently it means clear rocks, clear branches, level the ground, check wind direction, assign tasks, tie knots. I've never even seen before. I'm watching everyone move like this is just another Tuesday. Meanwhile, I'm standing there holding a tent bag, waiting for adult supervision. Guide walks past, helps someone else pitch theirs in 10 seconds flat. Looks at mine, nods, walks away, doesn't say a word, just leaves me there. To grow as a person. Then comes the fire. Guide goes, who here knows how to start one properly? Everyone's hand goes up. Everyone's, except mine. Do you know what that does to a man's sensibilities? I reach for my lighter. Guide spots it immediately, shakes his head. Not tonight. You're learning the real way. The real way. Mate, I booked a vacation, not an apprenticeship in 1842. He pulls out flint and steel. People lean in like it's sacred ritual knowledge. Someone's talking about airflow, another's talking about fuel density. One of them mentions wind direction. Wind direction! Mate, I struggle with ceiling fans, and they're all nodding, calmly, like this is perfectly reasonable conversation to be having on a holiday. People are assigning tasks, breaking branches, sorting gear into neat piles like we're establishing a forward base. Someone checks the perimeter. The perimeter! Mate, I came here for trees and vibes. Not tactical positioning. The guide claps his hands like we've just completed a pleasant afternoon stroll. Right then, camp set, get some rest. Rest! Mate, I've just survived what felt like a low-budget military training montage. My legs don't belong to me anymore. My shoulders have filed for independence. My spine sounds like bubble wrap when I breathe. I crawl into this little fabric pop-up triangle they call a tent, and I realise something immediately. There is no bed. There is no mattress. There is ground. Just ground. With a thin mat that feels like someone apologised to the dirt and called it bedding. I lie down and every rock introduces itself personally. Oh, hello. I'll be under your kidney tonight. Nice to meet you. I'm the one pressing into your spine. I roll over. Worse. Roll back. Also worse. Fantastic. I've paid to marinate on gravel. Outside, everything's quiet. Too quiet. You know that silence where nature isn't peaceful. It's just watching? Right? That one. I'm lying there, body humming like I've run an obstacle course for the Marines, thinking, this guide, this cheerful woodland demon, he's done this before. He enjoys this. Meanwhile, I can't feel my left leg and I'm 90% sure my right knee is writing a resignation letter. I close my eyes, instant exhaustion. The kind where your soul leaves first and your body just collapses after it. And right as I'm drifting off, the woods start talking. Cracks, rustling, low distant howls rolling through the trees like a warning system. And I'm laying there, staring at the ceiling of this nylon coffin, thinking, brilliant. So this is how basic training ends. Not with medals, not with pride, but with me curled up in a portable sandwich bag, listening to things outside, deciding whether I'm edible. Then the wood stalking. Not loud, not dramatic, just noises, little ones, leaves shifting. A twig snapping somewhere, wind moving through trees like someone whispering secrets I'm not invited to. I tell myself, normal, nature, relax, another sound. Closer, something brushing past the outside of the tent. And now I'm wide awake, heart going, ears working overtime, brain doing that thing where it starts narrating your own funeral. I'm thinking, right, you're exhausted. You climbed a mountain like a confused pack mule. Your mind's playing tricks. Totally normal. Totally fine. Then I hear breathing, not loud, just there, outside, and I freeze because now every sound is suddenly a threat. The tent fabric shifts, shadow moves across the side. Long, tall, wrong. I'm staring at it thinking, no, that's just branches, that's just the firelight, that's just your brain, mate, you're tired, that's all. The shadow moves again, slower this time, and it looks like a head, pointed, snout shape, standing height. And that's when my mind stops being helpful entirely. Because now I'm not thinking branches. Now I'm thinking, oh bloody hell, I've climbed a mountain to be eaten by werewolves? Mate, I don't scream, I don't even raise my voice at telemarketers. But that night, I became a human kettle. Inside the tent, I'm trapped, fully zipped into my sleeping bag like a terrified burrito, arms stuck, legs useless, dignity gone. I tried to stand up, fall sideways. Now I'm just rolling, panicking, whimpering, still zipped. And outside? Absolute chaos. Because apparently I've just woken the entire wilderness militia. Zips fly open, boots hit dirt, torches snap on. And these people, these calm, terrifying people, launch into action like this is the exact moment they've been training for their entire lives. One bloke's already scanning the tree line, another's checking gear, someone's whispering tactical instructions. Meanwhile, I burst out of my tent like a haunted croissant. I want to go home. Not a discussion, not a suggestion, a declaration. Mate, I'm grabbing sleeves, shoulders, anything with a pulse. There are werewolves out there. Werewolves. I heard them breathing. They sniffed me. They judged me. Guide standing there calm as a monk. Sir, those are wolves. Like that makes it better? I am spiraling, mate. I didn't sign up for this. I want my house. I want my remote. I want a beer in a chair that leans back when I tell it to. Someone hands me water. I I slap it away. I don't need water. I need walls, and they're all just watching me. Not scared, not surprised, just quietly observing like I'm the evening entertainment. Guide finally steps forward, hands on hips. Sir, you're safe. Safe? Safe? Mate, I just had a wolf breathe through a tent at me. Nothing about that feels like safety. That feels like a warning from nature. And that's when I realise everyone else here? Calm, prepared, unbothered. And me? Clinging to a stranger's arm, wrapped in a sleeping bag, begging to be evacuated like a Victorian child who's seen a ghost. That's when it hits me. This wasn't a holiday. This was a course. This isn't entertainment. This is a learning experience, survival, discipline, self-reliance. And I had shown up wildly, spectacularly underqualified. I signed up for nature, not character development. So after I've humiliated myself in front of what I can only describe as the Woodland Tactical Response Unit, they all go back to sleep, just zip, flop, snore. Like I didn't just audition for Loudest Man Eaten first. Mate, I am not fine. My soul has hazarded a complaint and left my body unattended. Funny thing about nature, mate, it don't care who you think you are, but it will absolutely scare you into redecorating yourself into the landscape. Never went camping again. Love nature, deeply, respectfully, from indoors, with Wi-Fi and a locked door.